Yo, uh, I guess we're just gonna get into this pretty quickly. This video is gonna be pretty short, and if you're asking why I'm making a Project Slayers video in 2026, you clicked on a Project Slayers video in 2026. So if you don't care, get out, cause well, you probably shouldn't if you don't still play the game, but might as well do this just for the fun of it, and also because I really think it's gonna be kind of cool to do this. Anyway, Project Slayers, Flame Breathing, Main Breathing, Flame 101, and this is the first part. Clans. Clans are probably one of the most important things to do on Flame, because Flame heavily depends on your clan, what your game plan is. So our lineup is Hashibira, Sayama, Uzui, Agatsuma, and Rengoku. And I guess we can start this pretty quickly because this video does not need to be pretty long at all. It can be pretty short actually. Okay, let's start off with the absolute bare minimum you're gonna want on Flame, and that is Hashibira. This is the worst you can. This is like the best you can go with it, with the Flame still being viable. Because without at least this, you're cooked. Hashibira is pretty simple. It has 15% damage reduction, which is its own unique stat that is not replicated anywhere else. You have double jump, and you have faster breathing bar regeneration, and you also have pretty decent stats. That's why you're running Hashibira. It is good stat-wise. You have double jump. You even get an extra escaper, and you get Indom, and then you can, well, and you have the damage reduction, which is nice. The downside of this is you do not have Indom immunity. And why this is a big issue, especially on Flame, is your ultimate does 43 breathing, and at max breathing, if you get Indomed, they have your max breathing is 86. So that means it takes half of your entire breathing bar just to use your ultimate. And not to mention, Flame also does kind of need that breathing bar because it can take a lot at times. So Hashibira is squaring out right now a B. It's not the worst thing you could be using, but it's very bad for like actual top of the line. But like if you're fighting against similar skill players, you can do fine with it. But you're gonna want one of the two next clans I'm gonna talk about. Not just next, but like two in our options. Sayama is very bad, worse than Hashibira, and it belongs in the D tier. And this is, I don't even know why I put Sayama here, because you can say it's a demon clan. And yeah, that's right. But I've seen people who actually think Sayama, a lot of demon mains, who actually say Sayama is good on Slayer. It's not. You need that breathing bar gen, and the only thing you ever get out of it is double jump. Infuriosity sure is a nice ability, but on Slayer, you can't spam moves like you can with demons, so you have a lot more restrictions with Sayama on Slayer than you do on Demon, and it's very bad. Very, very bad on Slayer. It might be okay on stuff that doesn't take too much breathing bar regeneration, but it doesn't need it, but oh my god, Flame needs it, so it is awful. But there is still one worse we can talk about later. Anyway, next we have Uzui. Uzui is pretty much just an upgrade of Hashibira. You don't have the damage reduction, but you have 3 evades in map that can come in handy, and you also have Indom immunity, which is pretty important. Actually, I'll put it in S tier. Actually, I'll put it in S tier. I gotta probably redone these tiers. Actually, let me just remove S plus, and I'll make this S. All right. Uzui pretty much just gives everything Hashibira does, like I said, but you get slightly better stats, and then you also get 3 evades and Indom immunity, so it's good, and you can't really argue with it. And this is like this is actually what I would say is on par. Like it's pretty good if you're playing at a higher level, but it's still not the best. And I've seen a lot of people say it's the best on Flame. It's not, but it is solid. But you have to play it in a such different way that we'll talk about the last thing. Agatsuma. Now I don't even know why I put this here. I just kind of added this to shit on it because it's going in F tier. Agatsuma is heavily outdated. It used to be the best Slayer clan in the entire game, and that's back when nobody had Indom immunity, and only like 2 clans had double jump. Now, all the good clans have double jump except 1. And also, it's just not a very good clan. On Flame, even on Thunder, it's bad. You basically just it's a Slayer clan, right? Without double jump and without breathing bar immunity. It's awful. Genuinely, like, you can't use this because the ability is cool and it's kind of fun, but your damage is so low, and then you can't end-dom anybody, and then you use like 5 moves, and then boom, you have to run back and regenerate breathing bar. And you don't even have good stats with it either. Oh god, it's just so bad. The only time I can ever recommend this if you're just playing pure runner build and you just want to run across the entire map with and you might as well just go on Thunder if you're doing that. So Agatsuma, F tier. Rengoku, S tier. Simple to explain. You get burn. And not only that, you get a 30% damage buff with that ability. And then it also gives 20% speed. You can activate it in the middle of hitting someone. So basically, you just have the passive ability of doing 30% more damage in your combos. And what more needs to be said? 3 moves burn, and you can play so differently than with Uzui. Uzui, you have to actually like be up in their face 100%. Rengoku, you can like hit them, they burn, so you have time to just step back and wait for the weapon, and then you can go in for aggressive. The only thing Rengoku does not have is a double jump. So important on Flame, but it works out because you can still aim with Z, so you don't need it. But it is a downside. So you have to balance out your champ and speed. You can't just go in full in on damage. You have to actually get some speed. But when you do, you're gonna get amazing damage. But really, it is just amazing. And it's probably the best Slayer clan for a good majority of the breathings, which is a whole different topic. I might do a video on that at some point, the best breathings for Rengoku. But Flame, supreme. It deserves its title, and even if you don't believe that, I'll quickly run down the features. We have Indom immunity. You don't need Indom because you already have Heart of Blaze. That means you're not going to need it. You have the best DPS in the game, actually. Sound has higher damage in total, but this Flame has way better DPS. And yeah. It's just good. The burn is just that strong in Project Slayers. You can stack burns. Yeah, it's just strong. I don't know what to say. Anyway, that's for Flame 101 Part 1. I'll see you whenever I do the next one, and we'll see what it's going to be about. So yeah, peace. So why did you call me? Just clip that.